Everybody to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. Man, has it been difficult? I've tried to make a previous video, and it was absolutely frustrating. I actually ended up rage quitting. I didn't want to handle it anymore. But, for the record guys, for the very few of you that watch my videos, I am not dead. I am alive and well, and I am still making videos. But anyway, let's get into this. As you can see, I have a few new toys to play with. I am returning my Mega Gyarados here. I actually have a Dragonite this time. I have a Garchomp this time. As a matter of fact, I don't know what I don't have that I didn't have last time. It's been quite a long time since I made a video. I uploaded 3 battles. So I don't know what new stuff I had in my last video. But as you can see, folks, you are about to see it's gonna be a slaughter. It's gonna be a slaughter. I don't know why it says you're about to see. You clearly can't tell that yet. But you could have the feeling of all the threats that are on my team right now. I have a Garchomp, I have the Dragonite, I have the Mega Gyarados, who is he's an attacking monster. But the showcase of the night here is going to be my Dragonite. You are all familiar with the new item, the weakness policy. It raises your attack and special attack by +2 if you're hit with the move that you're super effective to. Well, the move that's super effective to you, I mean. I was in the perfect position for this, because this man has a Greninja, a Sylveon, a Garchomp, a Mega Garchomp, by the way, and a Lucario. 4 Pokemon that potentially have a move that is super effective to Dragonite. But my plan here was trying not to take that big of a hit from either Greninja or Garchomp. Definitely Mega Garchomp. A Dragon Claw or an Outrage from this thing would knock Dragonite out through the multi-scale. But my plan here was to try and get some sort of hit from something that wasn't strong enough to knock out my Dragonite through multi-scale. Which was going to be either the Sylveon or the Lucario. But that would imply that I would switch into something that was going to hit me something with super effective. But for that to have happened, I had to make sure I didn't get hit first. But fortunately, since he has nothing that sets up hazards on this team, I'm going to go off on my merry way. As you can also see here, I have nothing that sets up hazards. Yeah, the Ferrothorn kind of fools you there. See, I was training it, and then Ferrothorn kind of sort of couldn't learn its moves that I needed naturally, so it's running a curse set instead. But it's been working so far somewhat, so what am I talking? It'd just be better to show you guys. So let's dive in. So this battle is it was fairly easy. I'll be completely honest, this battle was pretty easy, and you're about to see why here. He actually ends up leading off with his Dragonite, which was the complete opposite of what I thought he would do. He usually leads off with a Sylveon, which is why I led off with my Dragonite in the first place. So here I'm going to send in Sylveon, thinking he's going to Mega Evolve, because he ran a Mega Charizard X set before. So I switched in Sylveon just in case he did that, but apparently he's not going to do that this turn. He's actually end up going for Dragon Dances repeatedly, but he actually ends up using one move that I had no clue that he had. Well, by the way, actually, he ended up using Moonblast. He was going to Mega Evolve, but clearly that did not happen. 3 Shadow Balls would have easily took out this Charizard, but actually this Charizard actually ends up using Fly. I'm like, oh crap, this is an in-game Charizard, and I was not going to waste my time on an in-game Charizard. These in-game Pokemon, man. But with that being said, I didn't really have anything to switch into, so I guess if there was a time for him to use Fly, I guess it would be now. So there's that. So he ends up knocking out my Sylveon, despite the fact that Sylveon probably wouldn't have made a huge impact in this battle unless his Mega Charizard came out. But I always had Dragonite chilling in the back just in case that situation ever happened. But here I'm going to end up rock sliding this Charizard, getting this thing the heck up out of here, because he ends up missing the Dragon Rush. That's why I'm switching Garchomp in the first place. This man has terrible luck with Dragon Rush. Okay, so I automatically know this Greninja has Ice Beam, so I'm going to switch into my Ferrothorn, I believe. Yep, my Ferrothorn. And my plan here was to get a few curses off so I can end up hitting this thing with a powerful Gyro Ball. Little do I know, I could have easily knocked this thing out had I just used Gyro Ball the first turn, because Ferrothorn's already slow. It doesn't need -1 speed in order to do a ton of damage. So I could have easily did a ton of damage to this thing had I done that, but not that it was gonna matter, because I ended up flinching that turn. I just realized that, hold on a second, why am I cursing it anyway? Couldn't I just Gyro Ball this thing all the way to hell and just not worry about it? And as you can see, I was on to something for a second there. Though, obviously, even if he did go for the Dark Pulse, it wouldn't even matter, because at my last turn, I ended up going for Curse anyway. Plus, even then, I would have had to use it to begin with, because I was in jeopardy of getting knocked out from a Dark Pulse. As you can see, I survived, but yet again, I flinch. I flinch a second time. This is pretty sad. He actually ends up going to the Zucari now. Now it's a perfect opportunity. Here, I wanted him to kill me. I wanted him to kill my Ferrothorn. And by the way, that Gyro Ball actually did a ton. For a not very effective move, and a Ferrothorn that has no attack invested, that did quite a bit. So he's going to knock me out the Aura Sphere, which gives me the perfect opportunity to switch into the threats. The Dragonite. The Dragonite is going to mess this Lucario up. Because once again, I'm holding Weakness Policy, going to combine that with the future Dragon Dance I'm going to do right now. The Multi-Skill completely eats that up. Oh, nutritious and delicious. Oh, eat it up, Dragonite. Give me that Weakness Policy boost. Give me that Dragon Dance boost. Oh, the carnage. Dragonite doesn't give a crap about anything that this Lucario throws at it. Fire punches this thing all the way down to hell. Nothing is stopping this Dragonite now. This Greninja might as well just fall limp. There's nothing this Greninja is going to be able to do. And don't care how fast this thing is. A +1 Dragonite doesn't care about a Greninja's speed. Now here comes the Sylveon. You're going to see, I'm actually carrying Steel Wing on this Dragonite. Well, Iron Head will soon be a pretty popular move once the Pokebank gets re-released. But I actually end up having Steel Wing just for the sake of having a Steel type attack, and of course it pays off here. Jolteon, not gonna do anything. Get this Jolteon out of here. Fire punch this thing. Now I was actually kind of curious. I would think he would take the risk of sending his Garchomp just in case I had a move like Outrage. Because having Outrage, he could have sent in his Sylveon. Because he could easily just force me to use a Dragon-type move. He used his Garchomp to mess me up and force me to switch out or something, just so he can last longer. But I guess that would have been too risky, I guess. He didn't really know what my moveset was. For all he knew, I could have had Dragon Claw or something. But that is the end of the battle, folks. I end up getting... I'm getting this victory, I believe, 4-0. But I needed to sacrifice a few Pokemon just so I can get that absolute destruction to happen. Dragonite ends up taking out 5 Pokemon. It was an absolute mess, but that's the end. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you stick around for some more videos. Sorry for the wait. I have been taking quite a bit of a hiatus. So, I will be back with more videos in the future, so stick around for those. I have plenty of battles, like 73 battles are currently saved. I'm nowhere near out of material. So, see you guys later. Have a nice day.